What's up, guys? Murder Birds here, and definitely got some good closure as well as a bit of content from Kuroko no Basket to episode 32. Get the results of the end of the match from the last week, which was an agonizing week. I don't know about you, but I was really pissed off at the end. Not in a bad way, but the fact that, they left us on that mean cliffhanger with Kagami and Midori, both with the ball in the air. You got 2 seconds on the clock, 104, on both teams, and it's like, who's going to win? Who's going to win? That's all I was thinking about for the whole week. So finally get some closure for that. And you get the second half of the episode, which is I don't know if it's filler. I don't read the manga. I don't read the manga for that, but the second half is, it's kind of fillery. You get into the backstory of the Team Seirin forming, Kiyoshi being introduced and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that second half. We're obviously going to continue that with the next week's episode as well. But getting into the first half of the episode, the tie, it turns out it was an official tiebreaker. They both fumbled the ball. Midori and Kagami both fumbled the ball. And I thought I was relieved at some point because I was like, okay, the worst case scenario, they're going to go into overtime. But obviously both teams went ham. They both worn out. They don't have energy for that. And it just so happens that there's no overtime in these preliminary matches. So both teams are going to re-up. They're going to come back. They're going to go for another third match to decide if they got a spot for the Winter Cup. And I thought that was really cool because both teams worked really hard. I'd be pissed off as hell to see Kagami and Kuroko not advance to the Winter Cup, get their rematch without Mine, get their rematch, Kagami get his rematch with Himuro, or even see any other Generation Miracles. At the same time, Midori, at the same time, he's been working, really, arduously and strenuously to make sure that he, perfects himself because he is Kagami's rival. He sees him as a rival, and I really wouldn't have felt all that great either if he had lost, because it's like, both teams are really exceptional. They're both deserving of the spot. So I was really glad that both teams will get their second chance with separate teams. So it's like, all right, I don't care if you beat somebody else that, I really don't know about, as long as you're in the Winter Cup where it matters. That's what I was really excited about. Moving more forward, you get, Kiyoshi's leg, he was strained, props to him for even getting one of those shots, and he was the key to them advancing anyways. And he got that Daiichi High School team, one of the uncrowned kings. We get that Makoto dude who was introduced a few episodes back. Him and Kiyoshi clearly have some history together, and it's apparent from the way that Hyuga and Kiyoshi are talking through the episode. He wants to be able to play in the next game even though his leg's pretty messed up. The fact that he wants to even risk his leg, being further injured to do this. So that automatically tells me that what he's trying to do in getting this rematch is a bit personal with Makoto especially. And this team is really on point. This team really just dominates, destroys their opponents. I think the match that they had played prior to this episode, I think they tripled the score of their other team, which is really saying something because Team Seirin's going up against them next, and they struggled to make a tie with Team Shitoku. So I'm wondering how they're going to come out of the gate with something else. Maybe Kuroko's vanishing drive will be another asset for the team. I don't know, but looking forward to that for sure after these next few episodes of this backstory. But yeah, so this backstory, moving on into this backstory, we find out that Team Seirin High School, the high school that actually didn't have a basketball team. We find out that Hyuga actually had blonde hair, which didn't look good for him at all. He actually knew Azuka, which is pretty cool. They were buddies. Played ball in middle school, and this was pretty much based around Hyuga. The fact that Hyuga was pretty much molded into this concept of hard work will eventually pay off, and he didn't see that. And the fact that he got spanked so much against the Generation of Miracles in middle school, coming to high school, he just lost his interest in basketball. He didn't want anything to do with it, and that's understandable. If anybody loses, they're obviously gonna get frustrated. They're gonna get annoyed. They're gonna be like, "Why am I wasting my time on this?" And Kiyoshi, that's when Kiyoshi steps in. Kiyoshi's the same way he is now. He's still that upbeat character. He has that positive outlook, that positive atmosphere about him. And he has the same drive and passion about basketball as Hyuga does. Hyuga just, has a different way of showing it. And throughout the episode, they're working. You see these characters. You see the first years come into play. And slowly but surely, the Team Seirin is forming. And this was a year prior to Season 1. So all these characters are forming and collaborating and coming together. Mitobe as well, and these other characters, and all based around, Kiyoshi wants to have this basketball team. He wants everyone to play. He wants everyone to have fun. Everyone enjoys the basketball game, and it's just, Hyuga's, playing hard to get to some degree. He has this mindset, hard work pays off. Hard work will always pay off to those who, strive for it. But, generation of miracles, these guys are naturally gifted. They're talented. They're exceptions. Those people are the ones that will strive and be perfected, and they'll outbeat hard work any day. And this strands from a saying that I like using a lot in terms, especially in sports, and that's hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That's actually from a movie that I used. That's from a basketball movie, actually. And that just proves that, hard work can come through in any situation. If talented people want to believe that their talent is all they need, they don't need to train, they don't need to practice, they don't need to know that all there is to know and learn more, then in the long run, they're going to slack off, and it's the ones that work hard as ordinary individuals and surpass anybody else. So I really did enjoy that. Also, the concept that Kiyoshi made about, fun to him is about working hard and being dedicated and demonstrating a passion for something that you love. And I couldn't agree more with that. I play video games, I watch anime, and those things I have a passion for. I'm determined. I want to. I express myself through my reviews and stuff like that. I like anime and stuff like that. I just really liked that saying, the way that he put that, because that hit me on a personal note. But yeah. So I mean, other than that, this is just a progression. All the forming of Team Seirin, the relationship between Kiyoshi and Hyuga, their differences, how they're both colliding on both fronts. And next episode, we're going to get a bit more of that. But that's all I got for this review, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys also so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace.